Hey, what's up guys? John here. This auto industry strike is probably some of the biggest news we've had in the last 6 months, and it's going to impact nearly every single American, and it's a hell of a lot bigger than what they're telling us.
7,000 more workers walked off the job at Ford and General Motors plants today, with the strike against the big three automakers now in its 15th day.
Right now, a lot of people are like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's just an auto industry problem. It'll likely get fixed. No. The intent of this strike, I believe, is to completely overhaul the entire auto industry.
You guys, UAW, you saved the automobile industry back in 2008 and before. Made a lot of sacrifices, gave up a lot, and the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well. And guess what? You should be doing incredibly well too.
I'm going to connect the dots here for you. I'm going to show you some pretty insane information that will make you look at car ownership and the auto industry completely different than you do today. Please hit the like button. YouTube will share this content to educate the people about what's really going on, because this is going to change America. People don't realize that if the cost of owning a car, the cost of car ownership skyrockets, how do people get to work? How do people make good on their bills? How do people pay their rent? How do people pay their credit card bills? They have to change the way in which they transport. Now, many people are going to say, John, that's not going to happen. Look at this information. Also, if you want to fix your credit, you want to position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer of all time, which we're in right now. You want to set yourself up for success in 2024. Get started today. Book a free strategy session to see how you can fix your credit to put yourself in the strongest possible position for what I think is going to be the biggest transfer of assets in our lifetime that's going to happen over the next couple of years. Go to GreatCreditFast.com, book a free strategy session below. No obligation. We'll tell you exactly what it would look like to fix your credit, how long we think it would take, what the best strategy and game plan would likely be. I mean, if you have some issues on your report, don't let it sit there. One late payment considered in your report for upwards of 7 years and drop your credit score a whopping 180 points. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let something get in the way of a bright future. Go to GreatCreditFast.com, click the link below. Take a look at this. So Ford warns extended UAW strike could result in 500,000 supplier employee layoffs. 500,000. Now, many people might say, well, John, look, car sales, they've been through the roof. These dealers and these manufacturers have made a fortune the last couple of years. They can afford to pay their employees more. That's what they want. That's what they want everyone to believe. But it goes a hell of a lot deeper than that. So we have roughly 125,000 supply employees that support our Michigan assembly plant. And if prolonged, it could really have a significant impact and expand to other Ford factories. We see anywhere between 325,000 and 500,000 people that could be laid off, right? Well, look at this. This here, it is California to require half of heavy truck sales to be all electric by 2035. So follow me here. So people say 2035, okay, well that's a long time from now. Well, starting next year, the state requires manufacturers to produce zero emission trucks beginning in 2024, 3 years ahead of the Biden administration's most recent regulations, and raises production targets through 2035. The rule aims to put 300,000 zero emission trucks on the road by 2035. Now, these ports in California, so you have 40% of all containerized imports and 30% of all exports in the United States going through these ports. So these vehicles are going to have to start sitting through electric charging stations. They're going to have to start updating and replacing these trucks, which is going to be increased cost for these owners of these trucking companies. And so you think about this. If you have a huge truck that has to sit at a charging station, and it's going to delay the time in which it's going to get, those products are going to get from point A to point B. It's going to be increased costs for these truckers, which are going to then be pushed onto the consumer. So there's going to be more and more and more cost that's going to be associated. Think about it. These trucking companies will have to pay their employees, big money just to sit at charging stations. And there's going to be throughout America, and this is starting next year. So as this is happening, you have 9 states that are moving to ban electric vehicles. You have Delaware, you have Vermont, you have Virginia, you have New Mexico, you have California, of course. You have many of these states that are moving, and many places all throughout the world. They're moving to do the same thing in Paris and different locations in Europe. They're doing the same exact thing. And how EVs are upending the 100-year-old auto supply chain. Well, they're saying, oh, if we don't make a deal, 500,000 people could lose their job. Well, they're saying this in July 31st of this year. They're saying that revenues for internal combustion engines and as well as fuel and exhaust systems are expected to decline 44% through 2027, according to 2023 Deloitte Automotive Supplier study. Meanwhile, revenues for electric drivetrains and batteries and fuel cells are expected to rise 245%. Well, who is going to fix these, batteries and fuel cells. It's going to be the Teslas. People are not going to be taking their car to Joe's mechanic shop to fix their electric vehicles. They're going to be taking it back to the dealer. And that is why they're saying that nearly 32,000 auto mechanic jobs will be lost in California by 2040, right? They're pushing into this direction. So they already know that these jobs are going to be lost. They know that this is happening. They want this to happen. The number of cars in the U.S. in 2022 and 2023, market share, distribution, and trends. You start to look at what happened the last couple of years with car sales. They were through the roof. Everyone was financing a car. I mean, the average loan on a car is 125% loan to value. 125% loan to value. So what does that mean? It means they get they put nothing down, they buy the car, they finance it, then they roll in the taxes, the tags, the dealership fees, they roll everything into the loan. This is what's happening. The average car payment right now is $735 a month. In 2019, the average car payment was $370 a month. Right? The cost of owning a car has skyrocketed, and it's only going to get much, much, much more expensive. And if you look at, the same study suggests that at the end of 2021, 289.5 million vehicles would be roaming the roads of America. 289 million. Well, look at this. Gas prices in California are up 80 cents. 80 cents. Gas prices unseasonably high despite a drop in demand. Turkey raises electricity gas prices 20%. Gas prices heated up for inflation last month. They are going to increase gas prices. They're going to increase the cost to service these combustion vehicles. They're going to do so to the point where it's going to push many people to get their car essentially repossessed. They're going to start giving the keys back to the dealer. And I promise you this. Here's another example of this. Biden admin proposes plan to hold fewest offshore oil drilling leases in U.S. history 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Biden said he would stop drilling. Then reality hit. 1 day ago, Biden relents on offshore drilling, but offers fewest leases ever 1 day ago. 2 days ago, Biden administration proposes to offer fewest ever offshore drilling rights 2 days ago, right? So they're going to continue to push gas prices up. They're going to continue to push the cost up on consumers as inflation gets much, much worse. If you look at what we've done the last, call it 2 years, right here, about 2 years, we've been essentially dependent on our strategic petroleum reserves. And they said, look, this is how gas prices have been so low. And they said that they would only restock these reserves if gas prices hit between $67 and $72 per barrel. Right now, it's over $90. And when you look at this, it's fascinating. So October 18, 2022, he says that it's going to be a targeted price between $67 and $72 per barrel. Well, when you look at this, right now, if you look, well, he said October, right? So you had a chance of right here in December 9th to stock up. There was no deal. Nothing happened. Here, $66. Nothing happened. This is in March, right? And you start to look at some of these other, look right here, May 5th. He could have bought again. They're not buying. They're not stocking the reserves. Why? It's because they want to move away from fossil fuels, right? They want to move away from this. And so as this is happening, it gets even crazier. Car insurance is skyrocketing, and it's going to continue to spike. Because if you look at these situations like you're seeing in New York and you saw in Philadelphia a year or 2 years ago, you're seeing all these storms, you're seeing these fires, you're seeing all these losses that are happening with vehicles. You're seeing a lot of consolidation inside of the insurance space. What's ultimately going to happen is car insurance is going to continue to spike in a very, very big way. So you think about this. The cost of supplying fixed cars is going to continue to rise. Gas is going to continue to rise. Interest rates are going to be higher for longer. Insurance is going to continue to rise. How can there be 290 million vehicles in America on the road? It can't, right? There's no way. You're going to start seeing this affordability where the people that can barely afford their cars now are going to start to sell and start to lose their vehicles. And this is what it's all about. It's not about, workers making, their fair share, making more money, the CEOs making $20, $30, $50 million a year, whatever. It's not about that. It's about America. All of America. So look at this. High impact actions. This sector includes making transit, walking, and cycling the preferred option for more trips. Implementing restrictions on high polluting vehicles in a significant part of the city, signaling the end of petrol, diesel-powered cars and trucks, and by promoting the use of zero emission, right? Each electric vehicle that displaces a conventional car saves approximately 1.5 1.5 tons of CO2, right? Which represents 62% reduction compared to the petrol powered car. So this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This auto industry is getting restructured. It's going to get torn down. It's going to get rebuilt. That's what's going on. If you think this is, these people are not, reputable, you look at some of these. You look at some of these supporters. You look at some of these names. You got the entire government, UK, right? Entire Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Denmark. You have these huge companies that are all backing it, that are all behind this. This is what's going on. This is the truth about the auto industry. When you're thinking about buying a car, take into consideration the costs are just going to continue to rise, and things are going to get very, very difficult for many, many people. And I think there's going to be some huge opportunities to buy vehicles at very distressed prices very, very soon. But look, I always said, and I think this is a really, really great saying, smart people read between the lines. Everybody else reads the headlines. Read between the lines. Look at what's really going on. A big change is coming. Hit the like button. And if you want to fix your credit, we'd love to help you. My company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. Go there, schedule a free strategy session, see how we can help you. Drop your comments, though. Let's have a conversation about it. I'll catch you guys in the next video.